Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone listening. My name is Doc Conrad, or you can call me Andrew. I am the host of Commissions Open, an interview podcast all about art in the digital age. If this is your first episode, I implore you, please go back and listen to all the other ones. This is an update video, slash episode, slash whatever. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey, how's it going? But what's most important is that episode 13 is not coming out today. It will be coming out on the 30th of May. This is because of a multitude of reasons, but the main one being that I was a little bit late on getting the podcast art for the next set of 4. So, in order to go ahead and best use that time, I decided to go ahead and, set up some more time to do more things for the podcast in the future. Basically future-proofing. So there are going to be some big changes that are coming, but I want you guys to know that I am 100% behind this podcast, and I'm going to continue to give you the quality content that you have been all enjoying, and I really do appreciate each one of you for listening. So let's go and start with some of the changes. The first one is there's going to be new podcast art. That's right, Zachary won't be the mascot for long. I'm taking off the mask, and I'm going to have art of myself, actually, representing this podcast. And for those of you on YouTube, I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what that's going to be looking like, just a little silhouette. But mostly that's going to be fully announced on my social media, putting on Instagram and Twitter and all of that this upcoming week. The next teaser set will also be going up, and the next guest 13, will also be revealing sometime this upcoming week. So stay tuned for that. Go and follow me on social media at Comms Open Podcast. COMS Open Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, Newgrounds. I think I even have a Tumblr, but I don't use it for anything. I just go there to go ahead and just, answer questions. I gotta go ahead and figure to set that up after I record this. Oh no. But anyway, that's gonna be the main thing. I'm going to be changing the podcast art to no longer be Zachary. It's come at a heavy heart, but I want to go ahead and make this podcast more professional and show myself rather than a video game character that I have had great inspiration from. And don't get me wrong, I love Zachary still. I'm still my main icon for all my other social media, but it's not me. And that's what this podcast is going to be about, my personal opinions, my personal takes, and I don't want to go ahead and have a video game character hide behind that. And I don't want to go ahead and have to worry about legal trouble with Mortis Ghost. Mortis Ghost, if you're listening, please come on the podcast. I'd love to have you on. Anyway, that's it for number 1. The most important thing is that I'm going to have new podcast art, and it's going to be over-encompassing pretty much everything. The second bit is that I'm going to be adding a middle section, sort of like this, into each episode of the podcast. From there, I'll give you updates, have a place for eventual sponsors I'm going to go ahead and place in there, and have anything else that I'd like to put in there that doesn't make sense for just a social media post. I'll mostly go ahead and let you know more about what that sort of thing is eventually, but I think this is what's going to be one of the more important things that's going to be coming up. It's going to interrupt each and every episode from this point on, but it's important to go ahead and listen, because I could give you updates on maybe this episode might have some audio issues, or maybe I have a sponsor and you can go ahead and support me in one way or another. That's all going to depend, and that's all an if, not a when. But that's going to be coming. Well, it is an if. Okay, yeah, all right. So the when is next episode, and the if is am I going to get money from this? But anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, there's going to be a middle bit in between each episode of the podcast. Thirdly, I'm going to be working on posting clips via social media, but with a backlog. I know a lot of you have some of your favorite clips, or maybe favorite sections of a podcast. Maybe you're all not fully listeners, and I fully understand that. It's sort of difficult to sit through an hour-long podcast every single time. People pause it. I do the same thing. I have a short car ride on my actual job, and I only listen to bits and pieces of podcasts that I listen to. So clips are a good way to go ahead and get that sort of bite-sized things, a little bit of nuggets in there inside of each episode, but that'll come out way later after the episodes have come out. What else? They're going to go out on social media platforms as well. So on Twitter or on my Facebook feed, or maybe even on Instagram, episodes will have clips eventually. This is all going to be in the pretty distant future, but each episode should have some sort of clip, at least one, that I'm going to put online eventually. And there might be some future format changes depending on other factors, but I want to put more effort into this podcast. Right now, I have a long backlog of guests. And mostly what I do is I take the art from Doida. The artist makes the art behind the podcast. I take my audio, I take their audio, and I just put it together. Sometimes it comes out to returns, mostly because I have personally been slacking on the audio end, but I'm going to be paying a lot more attention. At least I hope that you will notice that. And I hope to go ahead and put more effort into the podcast itself. I want to make this something that I do more full time. It's really a dream of mine to go ahead and talk to all these people that I've really had a pleasure of learning, getting to know better, some of them even becoming friends. It's just an amazing experience, and I wouldn't want to go ahead and put a damper on things just because I felt lazy. So I'm going to put my all behind this thing, and I think I'll go ahead and leave you off with one little peek behind the curtain for this podcast before I let you go. At this time of recording, the 22nd of May, I have episodes lining back all the way to the 22nd of August. That means I have interviewed in total 25 guests for this podcast, and we're about to upload episode 13. So there have been some great faces who I've known for a while, some people who I've met via this podcast, some people who I've become friends with, and people who I'm going to hopefully work with in the future if they give me the chance. So I just want to go ahead and let you all know that that's the reason why episode 13 hasn't come out, but I feel like I want to give you guys an update anyway. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Go ahead and take this week. If you want to go ahead and listen, there are plenty of great episodes that are slept on right now on the backlog of 12 episodes. And if you want to get yourself caught up for episode 13, go ahead and do that now. I give you my blessing. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get to work. I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.